All right, everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat here at Shira David, Baruch Hashem. Another beautiful day here in Eretz Yisrael, Baruch Hashem. And again, our learning is for the well-being of our soldiers, our captives. They should have the siyata d'shmaya to find the captives, and they should all come home safely, well, speedily, and we should end this nonsense. Praise Hashem. Get rid of the enemy. Get rid of the evil. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so now we're learning. We're in Hilchas Birchas Hashachar Halacha Hey. We're in the middle of Yud Zayin 17, and we're learning about this amazing concept. We learned about the Metzach and Metzach. Right? There's the Metzach Elyon, Metzach Tachton. Right? The Metzach Elyon is connected to the Erech Anpin. The Metzach Tachton is connected to the Zer Anpin. Right? Right? The Metzach Elyon is where you have all the tranquility, everything is great, you're one with Hashem, no din over there. It's all good, bliss, everything's great. When you leave the higher Metzach HaRatzon, you go down to the lower one, then you run into the 24 courthouses, the din, the anger, all of that. We want to always try to avoid that. We want to try to connect to the Metzach HaRatzon, the higher one, because therefore we avoid all of the. Okay, now we said that there are Tzadikim that know how to deal with some of the 24 courthouses. They know some of the judges in those courthouses, and they know how to deal with those courthouses. And what's the method that they use? They understand that really Hashem is presiding over all of the courthouses. It's really Hashem that's behind the scenes, that's running the whole thing. You understand? That's the method. Okay. Now, so then we said that there. So far, that's all good. We understand. Remember this from yesterday, right? We're okay. We understand. Okay, good. Okay. Then we said that we have, and that's connected. We know we can connect to that, to the Rava de Ravin, right, which is the time on Shabbos by Mincha, that special time that we can tap into the Metzach HaRatzon, right? That special time. When else did we tap into that? When at Yetzias Mitzrayim. When we were leaving Mitzrayim, we were on the 49th level of impurity. Hashem infused us with this Metzach HaRatzon, right? He gave us this special thing that was Shaloi Keseder, right? We said it was Shaloi Keseder. We didn't earn it. We weren't ready for it, but Hashem gave it to us, and that's how we were able to go out of Mitzrayim. And again, we went out of Mitzrayim with the schus of the Aron of Yosef and Moshe Rabbeinu, right? The two together. We're waiting now for the final. We're waiting for the final piece of the puzzle, right? Because we said there were three great tzaddikim that passed away Shabbos by Mincha, Yosef, Moshe, and David. So David HaMelech was not there yet, right? So that was not the final tikkun. We're waiting now, Mitzvah Hashem, when David HaMelech is going to be revealed. Melech HaMashiach will be revealed. That'll be the final Makav Patish to bring the three tzaddikim together, that time of the Eis Ratzon, to reveal Hashem's light brightly in the world. Okay? So now we're saying like this. Now we're up to the part now. It says, V'abel bevadei yesh chilik gadol bein hamekarvim elov. To the tzaddik. Okay, we said that now really the tzaddikim are davening for the well-being of Klal Yisrael. They know how to get into these courthouses. They know how to achieve for us the redemptions that we need. Okay, but
are they 24 like equal different courthouses, or they're like it's appellate and Supreme Court? Like they
24. Well, we don't. I can't answer you. I don't know. There are 24 different courthouses. I don't know if it's an appellate court, a state court, a federal court. I don't know. That I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of the courts. I don't know. You have to go to the tzaddik. He'll explain it to you. Okay.
You need the tzaddik for that.
Yeah, we just know there are 24 courthouses. I want to avoid.
You go straight to the. You want to avoid.
I want to avoid the courthouses. I want to stay out of them. And
Stay out of
the upper one.
Yeah, just stay out of trouble. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. Ubein mi she'ena miskar b'neilam. So there's a difference now. The tzaddikim are constantly davening on behalf of Klal Yisrael and constantly achieving for us redemptions for different things that we need. Okay, but now there's a difference between those that are connected to the tzaddik, that believe in the tzaddik, right? Like Mishan Umiftach La Tzadikim, they believe in the tzaddik, and those that perhaps may even be against the tzaddik, right? And there are those that may be against the tzaddik, don't believe in the tzaddik, don't want. No, Yud Zayin. Yud Zayin. Mikol shekain, v'kol shekain misha choylek olav chas v'shalom, and certainly to the one that argues on the tzaddik, right? There's choylek on the tzaddik. He's against the tzaddik. Oyvei, apal pi chein, apal pi shat tzaddik hemes betuvay agodol mispalel aleim gam kein umamtik dinim me'aleim liftoisam. Even though the tzaddik, it's only smallness that these people are going against the tzaddik. And the tzaddik realizes that. They're involved in whatever they're involved in, and that's why they don't see the light. They don't understand the light of the tzaddik. The tzaddikim understand it. And the tzaddikim still daven for them. That shows you a great person, right? Someone that's against you, you daven for that person. Can you imagine that? Right? You have a guy that's bothering you constantly, right? He's bothering you, he's cheppering you, right? He's bothering you all the time, and you're davening for his well-being. Is that amazing? That's a tzaddik, right? Right? They can see behind it. So look past all of that and still daven for the person. Look what David HaMelech says. Vani bachaloisam levushi sak. What? Chaloisam levushi sak b'tfilosi al cheki tashuv. So David HaMelech is saying, even those that are against me, I still daven.
How is that pasuk showing they're against him? The dreaming that he's wearing a sack? What does that mean? In their dreams, I'm wearing a sack. They hate me. They want to have a sack.
Yeah, but David HaMelech is still davening for them.
Yeah, but how does the pasuk show that that's his enemies?
What?
How does the pasuk show that that's talking about the enemies of him?
Maybe it's like this. Maybe when they are dreaming, they see that David HaMelech is still davening for them. Perhaps.
This says when they're ill.
Yeah, when they're ill, okay, it can be sick. It can mean sick, it can mean sick.
When they're sick, so he's worried.
He's still davening for them.
He's davening.
He's davening for them. That's why I say yes. When he's still davening for those that are against him, you understand?
He's sad for them.
He's davening for them. He's praying for them. He's praying for those people, even though they don't like him. David HaMelech is still davening for them. It's amazing, right? Aval hachilik shebein hamekarvim la'acholkim yochel kol echad lahavim me'elam. Every one of us can understand ourselves between those that are with the tzaddik and are believing the tzaddik and those that are against the tzaddik. The tzaddik is for everybody. The tzaddik is davening, the tzaddikim, like David HaMelech, davening for everybody. He cared for everyone. He was the king. So he was in charge of everybody. Even those that were, but you can't compare those that were close to David HaMelech, that were caring for David HaMelech, to those that were against David HaMelech. Even though he's still davening for all of them, but we can understand there's a big difference between the two relationships, between those that were against the king, against David HaMelech, and the tzaddik, whoever the tzaddik is, and those that are close with the tzaddik. Okay? I am bringing them a pidyon. I'm working for them, right? And they're saying bad things about me, right? And isn't that all the Nevi'im were doing, right? All the Nevi'im we're trying their best for Klal Yisrael, and the people were saying, "Yeah, what does he know?" Right? Unbelievable. You go through Tanakh. It's amazing, right? You read through Tanakh. We had Nevi'im that were telling us this is going to happen. Okay.
They didn't like it.
Huh?
They were telling them that they're sinners and this is going to happen.
Yeah, they didn't like that, right? But again, look what it is. All like Kizavim. But the tzaddikim, the nevi'im, they were always working to bring the pidyon. They were always working to bring the salvation for Klal Yisrael. But those people, whenever they go against the tzaddikim, go against the nevi'im, they are preventing the geula. They are preventing the redemption. Because again, if they work, we all work with the tzaddikim. We work with them. We don't work against them. We work with them. So then, of course, they can be much more benefit. We can actually achieve the geula, right? But the problem is that sometimes we're against the tzaddikim. Oh, Hashem protect us. She'ikka ikev ayedei ha'machloikis v'akategoria shebein da talmidei chachamim shebechol ha'olam. And the whole problem, the main thing is between, there's always the machlokes and there's the things getting against the Talmid, the Chachamim, the Tzadikim. I mean, just go look at Shas, right? Right? You don't have, there's almost no page you can find in Shas, right? That there's no machlokes going on, right? Right? Everyone is saying something else, right? Everyone is saying something else, right? But we learned that really why is there machlokes in the world? Remember we learned that? Yep. We learned that because HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to come back to Him. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu sends us a machlokes between the tzaddikim, right? To startle us, to startle our minds, to straighten out our minds, right? Why? Because sometimes we're going the wrong way. We're not thinking the right way. We're stuck with the Kayach HaMedama in the wrong way. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu sends us a machlokes between two tzaddikim. And we say, how could that be? How can it be? These two are great tzaddikim. And then we say, Elu ve'elu divrei elikim chayim, right? And there's a machlokes. We could say, Elu ve'elu divrei elikim chayim, right? Both these and those are the words of the living God. This is the truth. I don't understand how it can be the truth. He's saying this is allowed. He's saying it's not. He's saying it's day. He's saying it's night. He's saying it's mutter. He's saying it's awesome. How can it be? But I understand that it's really Elu ve'elu divrei elikim chayim. That startles my mind to realize how wonderful the Torah is and how vast the Torah is, right? So really, that's why HaKadosh Baruch Hu sends us the thing till we can get back closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's only to straighten out our minds. Right, we learned that in Hilchos Tefillin.
Yeah, a year ago, we were all arguing about whatever judicial reform is, and today all of our kids are fighting down there.
A year ago?
A year ago.
It's not a year ago.
3 months ago.
4 months, 5 months, 6 months, whatever it was.
Well, it was 80, 90 days ago.
Yeah. I'm saying, yesterday we were arguing about the courts, whatever, and today all of our kids, on both sides of that argument, they're
all together. They're all standing side by side now. They're standing side by side.
Yeah.
Right? There was such a machlokes going on. Right. Unbelievable. So okay, as Chazal teach us. Okay, so that's the idea of this concept that we were learning. That we said, we'll review the concept real quick. Okay, it said in the Idra Rabbah, in the section in the Zayir and Parshas Nasai, right? Yesh Metzach ve'is Metzach, right? There's a Metzach and a Metzach. There's two. So he said that there's the upper Metzach and the lower Metzach. We are trying to always connect to the upper Metzach, right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu used the upper Metzach. The upper Metzach, which transcends all of the din, which transcends the 24 courthouses, in order to effect for us the geula of Mitzrayim, right? How do we get to the geula? How do we get to that? Because with the tzaddik, with the two tzaddikim, with the Aaron of Yosef, and with Moshe Rabbeinu together, they did this in a joint. This was a joint effort. They were able to effect back the Rabbin. In order to bring the Yeshua for Klal Yisrael. It was in their schus. It was in the schus of the Tzadikim. Okay? Now we said that it's always, the Tzadikim are always davening for us. The Tzadikim always want to bring us Yeshuas, right? And then we have to always understand that really HaKadosh Baruch Hu is behind all of the din. Whatever's going on in the world, we think we attribute the problem to whatever we think, what we see the problem is. But really, we have to always know that the same way that in the 24 courthouses, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is really the one behind the scenes, and He's presiding over everything. We have to understand in our lives, anything going on, even though I see this guy, that guy, I see this situation, that, I know it's really Hashem behind the situation, behind the scenes. He's running everything. He's running the whole thing. When I realize it's Hashem and I reveal it's Hashem that's behind the whole thing, that's when I can connect back to that, to make that into the Eis Ratzon. I can make that into the Eis Ratzon, the same way we said that Shabbos by Mincha we say, V'ani tfilosi l'cho Hashem Eis Ratzon, right? That time is the Eis Ratzon, right? Anytime I can turn to Hashem, I can close and recognize the situation going on is really because Hashem wills it. What can I do about it, Hashem? I know it's you, Hashem. What can I do about this situation? And that's how I can connect to the Metzach HaRatzon that goes over the din, and that's where I can get out. I can get out of the situation, right? The same way we said every morning, we say, Ivdu es Hashem b'simcha, right? The Mizmah l'Sayed Hashem, Iru Hashem, Ivdu es Hashem b'simcha, right? So serve Hashem with great joy, right? So what happens if one day something's going on in your life and you don't see the great joy? Right, something's going on, right? Right, something going on. You don't see the great joy. So look at the pasuk. The pasuk is two parts of the pasuk. There's a comma. Ivdu es Hashem b'simcha comma. Bayu lefana birinona. Right, that's the end of the pasuk. Right? Do you agree?
I don't know by heart. I believe you. Yeah.
You know, you say the words every day. Ivdu es mizmel sadi vil Hashem. Bayu lefana birinona. Right? Say Rina. What is Rina? Rina is song, right? Song. But Rina is a kind of song that's a more serious song. It's not like Gila, right? We have Gila. Gila is a joyful, blissful song. Rina is more of a serious song, right? Why does David HaMelech say Rina? Because again, when you start a niggin, and it's a serious niggin, and you get into your niggin, it brings you to Teshuvah, right? Because the Olam HaNegina is the highest world. Right? The Olam HaNegina transcends all the worlds. So if you can tap into the Olam HaNegina, right? That place. And you can make Teshuvah, that's the antidote to why you don't have Simcha that day. Right? Something went wrong in your life. You did something wrong. Make Teshuvah, then the problem will go away, then you can be B'Simcha. The problem will go away. Same idea. It's the same idea here. Something's going on. Why is it going on? Because you're stuck in the courthouse. You're stuck in the courthouse, and therefore something's going on. If you can figure out how to get out of the courthouse, because you realize Hashem is behind the whole thing, and I come and I do Teshuvah, I can connect to the Metzach HaRatzon, and that's my ticket out. And that's going to be our ticket out of this Golus when we realize how to do that. When we realize it's really only Hashem, and we rely on Hashem. We rely on HaKadosh Baruch. We don't rely on governments. We don't rely on promises from governments. We don't rely on our own government. We rely on only the Rebbeinu Shalom. That's where we'll see the big Yeshua. When we can do that. When we realize there's no salvation coming from anyone, anywhere other than Hashem. Right? Okay? Any questions on that? Does anyone disagree with what I just said? No, really. We could discuss about it. No? No, it's okay? We understand that we have to rely on just Hashem. Okay? Good. Okay, now Reb Nosson, so let's go start Yud Ches. Okay, v'nachsel inenenu shepesach t'tchilas kulas Yisrael miMitzrayim. Now we're going to go back. Reb Nosson went on a little tangent, right? Because he wants to. We're in the middle of Hilchas Birchas Hashachar. We're discussing the bracha Hanaisin lasech v'vina lahafchem bein yoim uvein leila. Remember that? Mm-hmm. This is Birchas Hashachar, right? So Reb Nosson always is going to show you that each one of the things that we do is connected to everything of all of the Torah. Everything. Every mitzvah we do is connected to every other mitzvah. Every mitzvah we do pertains to us 365 days a year. You understand? Everything. So Reb Nosson is showing you us now. He's going to go back, and now we're talking about the section of Pesach within Hilchas Birchas Hashachar. Because Birchas Hashachar is all included, also Pesach's included in that. One of the reasons Reb Nosson likes to do this is because people will say, well, I don't know, did I make that bracha? It's okay. I don't see it. So Reb Nosson will tell you, well, hey, listen, do you like Pesach? Right? Pesach's great, right? Well, if you don't know that, you don't understand that bracha is connected, you're not really having Pesach. Your Pesach's not really a Pesach because you didn't understand that. You understand? Unbelievable. Okay, anyway, that's Reb Nosson. Okay. Okay, we all agree that Pesach was the beginning, right? That was the beginning. That was the Haskalah of the redemption of Mitzrayim. Correct? Right? It was through Pesach, then Paro came and said, get out. Right? I realize there's a situation here. Pare said, right? That famous song, Pare in the middle of the night in his pajamas, right? He tells Moshe Rabbeinu, okay, go. Who can go? Everyone, get out. Right? Remember before he said only the guys can go. Ladies and kids stay. Right? And you can take some animal, but you can't really take them. Now take everyone. Get out. Get out. Okay. Now, Sheikara al Yedei Ha'ara B'Bechinas Pidyon B'Bechinas Rava the Ravin. So now we understand. Now Rav Nosson taught us this idea, right? He taught us the idea in Yud Zayin. So now he gave us the background. Now we understand that was really only through what? The Rava the Ravin, attaching back to the Metzach HaRotzah. Right? Attaching back to the Metzach HaRotzah. Bechinas Rava the Aval. Aval zeh lo yehoye efshel hamshich oz b'shleimus ad Shavuos. But the full redemption didn't happen until Shavuos, right? Hashem gave us a boost, right? He gave us that boost to be able to get out of Mitzrayim. We needed something to get us out. We were so connected. We were so entangled in the impurity of Mitzrayim, right? Hashem did something to disconnect us from that. We needed something. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu sent us this idea, this great thing from the Ravin, the Metzach HaRotzon. He gave us a big infusion of light that was able to get us out of Mitzrayim. But we didn't get the complete conclusion. We were the complete Geula until we got to Har Sinai. When we got to Har Sinai, we accepted the Torah. That's when the Geula was completed. Okay? V'zumas Mitzrayim, Hoysa Nechezes Bohen, Moed. Right, the impurity of Mitzrayim was really cleansed, was stuck on them. Right, the impurity of Mitzrayim was so attached to they couldn't disconnect themselves from it. Hashem gave them such an amazing infusion of light. Such an amazing infusion of light to startle them, to get them out of that, the impurity of Mitzrayim that was so set into us. Right? Again, let's remember, we were supposed to be in Mitzrayim for 400 years, right? For 400 years, but we were there for 210 years. What happened? That we know that we were already at the 49th level of impurity, and we were about to come to a place of no return. We would have gone to the 50th level of impurity. We would have gone to a place of no return. Hashem said, okay, this is an Eis Rotzen. I got to do something here because they're going to be lost. I can't let the Jewish people be lost. Why? I promised Avraham Avinu that they're going to go to Mitzrayim and they're going to go out of Mitzrayim. Right? He promised Avraham Avinu. Now Hashem's not going to make a promise and not keep his promise, right? Right? He promised Avraham Avinu. So now Hashem says, oh, wait a second. I have to do something now to them because, hey, they're at the place of the brink of no return, and I got to stop that. Hashem, it starts this whole thing up, bringing again. But again, we said there was so much din going on because of the impurity of Mitzrayim. Right, there was so much din. Those the lower chord, the 24, the Metzach Zeranpin, the lower chord, the one was so powerful. So Hashem needed something more powerful than the din, which was the Metzach HaRotzon, and he infused that to us, which got us out of the mess with the judges and all of the judgment. Okay, got that? Shaloi Keseder. In other words, it was like Keseder. Whereas we didn't do anything for that. It wasn't because of us. Hashem just gave it to us. That was because again the promise Hashem made to Avraham Avinu, right? Masha'en kain b'shum eis uzman afilu b'Shabbos u'Shvuos, which is not the case at any other time, even when it comes to Shabbos and Shavuos,
which are supernatural.
Amazing. But this was so powerful. You understand? We're learning now how powerful it was because we were so entangled with Egypt. We were so entangled in the impurity of Mitzrayim, the Ervas Haaretz, that Hashem did something so powerful to break us from that. Right? Sometimes you need something real powerful, right?
Yeah.
Right?
He literally changed the rules of the game in the middle.
In the middle, yeah. He had to do that because again, Hashem made that promise to Avraham Avinu.
Right. Thinking maybe will.
No, not that. Again, this was really Hashem's plan in the film. right? We have the thing, they counted it from the time Yitzchak was born, right? There was 180 years, right? And then that's how it was, right? There are cheshbonis that it really was 400 also. Right? We all learned that, right? This cheshbonis that it was really 400. But the Maisa Seif Kol Seif was 210. Okay? Afal Pichein, B'Shabbos and Shavuos Oilim Ba'aliyah Yisera Yoiser. But really on Shabbos and Shavuos we go up to a higher level. So on one aspect, right? So on one aspect, the Pesach was awesome. Shaloik Yiseder. And it was nothing, it was even greater than Shabbos and Shavuos. But on another aspect, Shabbos and Shavuos is still higher than that. Again, because we have now our Torah, we have the mitzvahs, we have Shabbos, we're keeping our Shabbos, we're doing what we're doing, you understand? So when we get to it, it's on a higher level. But again, because we were on such a low level at that time, we were so low, Hashem had to bring in something else that was really Shalok Yiseder.
Is that what we're waiting for also for the Gula Atida? That's going to be Shalok Yiseder? Hashem's going to just say, okay, that's it, I'm going to do Nisim Niflaot? Or...
Well, we know that Mashiach can come two ways. Be'itoi or ba'achishena. Right? Be'ito?
Means in its time.
Achishena. Or it can be hastened.
Hasten means that we'll get the Nisim?
No, hasten means that we can make it quicker. We can bring it faster. We can bring Mashiach faster. Via our doing our mitzvahs, via our doing our good deeds, we can hasten the Gula. We can make the Gula come quicker. Okay? That's why we have to keep doing good things. Every little thing you do is counting. Right? Okay. Ki oz oilin ad hadikna, because then it goes up to the dikna, which is the beard, the 13 points of the beard, right, which is connected to the 13 Yil Gimel Midas Rachmim, the 13 ways you darshan out the Torah, the 13 ways, right? Shlosh says for Midas HaTorah, right? We have the Shlosh says for Midas HaRachmim, right? 13 points of the beard, right? It's a very high thing, okay? Bebechinas Ravid, the Ravid, Ikra Pidyon Elyon HaKoilel, that's the Ikra Pidyon Elyon HaKoilel, that's all inclusive. Kamuva Umavaya Bekavonas Arizal Ayin Sham Heitev. You could see that really good in the drushes of Shavuos. Okay, now Umachmas Shepesach Adayin Loinis Gala Bechinas Ravid the Ravid. But when it came to Pesach, right, Hakadosh Baruch Hu didn't reveal there's such a thing yet as Ravid the Ravid. We didn't know. We knew something about Shabbos because Moshe Rabbeinu again got us a way to stop working. We didn't have to work. He got us a day off when it came to Shabbos, right? Remember that? Yeah. Right? Moshe Rabbeinu got us a day off. What happened? He told Paroi that if you're going to make the Jewish people work every day, they're going to die. So you need to give them a day off. So he said, what day do you want? Moshe Rabbeinu said Shabbos. That's one of the reasons why we say on Shabbos morning, Yismach Moshe b'matnas chelkai, right? We say Yismach Moshe b'matnas chelkai. His chelik, what was his chelik? He was able to perceive Shabbos. Moshe is so happy he was able to perceive the Shabbos. Yismach Moshe b'matnas chelkai. Okay, but yet we didn't understand the idea of Ravid the Ravid. Okay, we knew there's a Shabbos. Okay, we got something, but we didn't understand it. We didn't appreciate it. Now we learn. Now Hashem revealed to us. We understand there's such a thing as the Ravid. We learned that the three Tzadikim passed away at that time, right? At that time of Ravid the Ravid, okay? K'may b'Shabbos of Shavuos, Al King Chometz is Aser. Therefore, Chometz is Aser. Because we said what? Chometz is the same letters as what? Metzach. Right? Chometz is the same letters of Metzach. Right? And what do we mean? Because when it comes to Pesach, right, we connect back again to that Eis Ratzon. We connect back to that Metzach HaRatzon. We connect back to it even today. When Pesach comes around, we connect back to it. But when we're connecting up to that high place, we don't want to deal with the Chometz, because Chometz is also the letters of Metzach. If I use Chometz, which is Metzach, that's the lower Metzach, that's the Metzach Zer Anpin, the lower one, that's where all the courthouses are. I don't want to get involved in that. I want to stay away from that. That's why we can't have anything to do with Chometz on Pesach. Legami b'koyach haaretz hameichin shemeirin kulam b'hora atzuma mi'oid aval. Kol kach hameichin kulam nimshochem v'chinas Ravid the Ravid. Ki kol ham tokay sheba'olam. Listen to what he says here now. Shekol ham tokay sheba'olam. Anytime there's something fixed in this world, anytime you see a salvation in this world, anytime, anything that happens in this world, kulam ayedei amshochas eze mayach v'chachma kefi bechinas odam v'azman. Okay, now, in other words, everything is really coming, the Yeshua is always coming from that place of the Metzach HaRotzah. Anytime we have a Yeshua in the world, anything that happens in your life, for our country, for the people, for the world on large, that's coming from the Metzach HaRotzah. That's coming because, again, Hashem wants to run the world in a certain way, and Hashem guides it. He infuses His light wherever He needs to in order to bring salvations that transcend the courthouse. Because, again, those courthouses, the din is very, very strict. Very, very strict, very, very strict. So Hashem, every time He gives us the Yeshua, He connects to this Metzach HaRotzah, and that's how the Yeshua comes out of us. See what we're learning over here? We learn the ways of HaKadosh Baruch Hu is running the world. How all Yeshuas come about. So that's why it's so important that we have to always connect to the Metzach HaRotzah. Right? And that's where the Yeshua can come from. You understand? Yeah. See it? We put him to sleep. That's good. Hakol nimshach b'bechinas Metzach HaRotzah. All of this is coming from the Metzach HaRotzah. V'al kein, therefore, ikar hakoyach levar hachometz ve'asor usaor ba'arba asa, right? The chometz and the sor should be isa, right? The yeast, right? Ba'arba asa b'Nisan, on the 14th night of Nisan. We said what? The 14th night of Nisan, we have to be baidik. We're baidik the chometz with the or laner. Remember we said we brought the Mishnah yesterday from the first Mishnah Sachem, right? On the 14th night of Pesach, you're searching for the chametz or laneh. You're using the candle, right? We're searching out to find the Metzach HaRotzah. I'm using the candle to try to find it. The light, right? We said that the light Torah or the Torah is the light. I use the light to be able to find the Metzach HaRotzah. It's an amazing idea to see how really all answers of anything we need is found in the Torah. Everything. That's how the Tzaddikim, they look in the Torah, they can tell you all different things. They can tell you anything that you want. Reb Chaim told me that when he was the Shoyal HaMeshiv for many years. And
he was the what?
The Shoylam, he was in the yeshiva. He was the one that people would ask him any questions, he would answer them. In the base medrash. Any of the guys that had any questions, they would ask him. They would ask him and he would give them the answer. So Reb Chaim said he had a set of Likutey Halachos behind him where he was sitting. Right? And he said, okay, pick a book here. Pick a book here. Pick one of these 8 books. Right? He said, okay, now open it up. Any page you want. And he would show them every time the answer was in the book. He'd show them the answer of what they wanted right here in Likutey Halachos. Mamish for years and years.
The page that they open right to it.
Yeah.
Any page you open to.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
So he tricked them.
He didn't trick
He
them.
opened up the book right to the place.
No, he didn't open. No, they told him, you pick a book out and you open up the page you want.
Yeah.
Pick any card.
He didn't. He didn't. There are the books. Take a book out. Pick which one book you want. Unbelievable. Okay.
Yes.
Really, all the answers is found in the Torah. That's why you use the candle. The candle is the Torah. Find all the light. You can find everything using the Torah. Right? The Lubavitcher Rebbe said that also, right? The Lubavitcher Rebbe said that the answer's in the parsha. Right? Always in the parsha. You ask him a question, he'll find you the answer in the parsha. Right? Right? We see that by many tzaddikim, right? They can find the answer always in the Torah. Isn't that amazing? Okay, now. Ve'ikar Metzach HaRotzah yizgala b'shleimus nifla la'osid k'shiyaveh Mashiach tzidkeinu b'meir of Yameinu, right? But this idea, the Ikar Metzach HaRotzah, this main light, again, similar to the light that happened when we were at the night of Pesach, in Mitzrayim, right? When we had that light, you have to go, okay. Metzach shenema by v'ad otik yoimin mita Ki Mashiach yeh kolol mikol shloisha tzadikim shenistalka b'Rava d'Ravin shem Yosef, Moshe, v'David. Right? The Mashiach is going to be included of the three tzaddikim. The three tzaddikim. We said, Mitzrayim, we came out of Mitzrayim with who? The Atzmas Yosef, with the bones of Yosef and Moshe Rabbeinu. But we didn't have yet the third tzaddik. We needed David HaMelech. So when David HaMelech is going to come, that's when the light will be shine the brightest. That's when it's going to shine the brightest. Val came begulas Mitzrayim adayin loy niskala bechinas David ki loy noiled adayin. Because when it came to Yetzias Mitzrayim, David HaMelech wasn't born yet. He wasn't there. He wasn't born yet. V'chol hagula ikara haisa ayidei Moshe v'Yosef. And we explained so many times, the Gula of Mitzrayim came through what? And all the Gulas that we have now come through Yosef and Moshe, right? V'bechinas vayikach Moshe etz atzmais Yosef. Moshe Rabbeinu took the bones of Yosef together. It was a joint effort, right? It was a joint effort. The atzmas Yosef, Yosef HaTzadik, and Moshe Rabbeinu together, they achieved the Geula to get out of Mitzrayim. Unbelievable. Right? Didn't we didn't have that full power. There wasn't the full power of the Metzach HaRatzon because the third piece wasn't there. The third piece of the puzzle wasn't there. He wasn't born yet. And therefore we have to make sure to be mevarer. We have to destroy the chametz, which is also the letters of Metzach, right? We said chametz. Chametz is ches, mem, tzadik, sofit, right? And then we said the Metzach is the mem tzadik, right? Mem tzadik ches, right? So it's the same letters. Therefore, we have to make sure on Pesach, since we didn't have David HaMelech yet, we can't deal with the matzah. We can't deal with the chametz on Pesach. We need only the matzah. Why do we need only the matzah? Because if we deal with chametz, the problem is we have the letters of Metzach. So then we're getting in trouble with the Metzach, the lower Metzach, which is the Metzach Zeranpin, where the courthouses are. We have to stay away from that. We're not ready for it. We can't deal with that. You understand? Yizgabru adinim shebemitzcha de zeranpin. Oh, he says right here, that because the din of the zeranpin, the lower 24 quarter, that lower Metzach will be misgaber. Uveshvuas. This is so beautiful. When it comes to the holiday of Shavuos, David HaMelech is shining bright in the holiday of Shavuos. Ki David meis b'atzeres. We know that David HaMelech passed away on Shavuos. David HaMelech passed away on Shavuos. Also, the Baal Shem Tov passed away on Shavuos. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. And we know that the Baal Shem Tov was a direct descendant of David HaMelech. Yeah, he had a Sefer Yuchsin. The Baal Shem Tov had a Sefer Yuchsin that showed that he was a direct descendant from David HaMelech. He also passed away on Shavuos. Right? Baal King there's a famous story of the Ganef that came to from the Baal Shem Tov, right? The Ganef that came. Do you know that story? No. Do we have a minute to tell you a story? Yeah. Okay, there was a story that there was a certain Ganef, there was a certain thief. There was a certain thief that was very close to the Baal Shem Tov. And every time this thief would steal something, he would run to the Baal Shem Tov, please, daven for me so I don't get caught. Wow. See what patience the Baal Shem Tov had? Do you see the patience he had? All right, this is going on for a long time. Everyone, okay. So this guy was planning the heist of the century. He was planning the heist. He knew that the Tsar was going to be sending a wagon loaded with jewels and all his money, whatever it is going to be passing through a certain place, a certain time. So he worked out a whole plan with all his chevra. He had a whole chevra. He worked out that they're gonna pull off the heist of the century. They're gonna rob this wagon. All right. The kachava, they did. They robbed the wagon. They made away with all the jewels, but the Tsar was mad. He was mad. He said, I want this guy. You told the police, you got to find, I want my jewels back. So this Ganef This Ganav said, no, he was thinking, no problem, we'll go to the Baal Shem Tov. Right, we'll go to the Baal Shem Tov, everything will be okay. So he comes after Shavuos, he comes to the Beis Medrash, and he says, where's the Baal Shem Tov? I need to see him, it's very important. You didn't hear? I didn't hear what? The Baal Shem Tov passed away. We just buried him. He started crying. What am I going to do? So he goes to the cemetery. He goes to the cemetery, and he davens there. And he comes back and he says, okay, so who took over for Baal Shem Tov? Or Rab Baruch Hu Mimezbash. Rab Baruch Hu. Right? Rab Baruch Hu. He was a sharp guy. He was very sharp. So the Ganav comes to Rab Baruch Hu, he tells him the story. He got so angry at him. He says, you're a thief? And you want me to give you a bracha? Get out of here. He threw him out. So he didn't know what to do. He was in trouble now. He was mamish in trouble because the police were after him. He didn't know what to do. So he went back to the Baal Shem Tov's kever. He laid down, he was crying, and he fell asleep. And the Baal Shem Tov told him in the dream, came to him in the dream, and he said, look, Rab Baruch Hu doesn't understand you like I understood you. He doesn't understand you like I do. Okay. So listen, I'm going to tell you like this. This is what I was learning with Rab Baruch Hu before I passed away. We left off on this sugya. On this, they were learning a certain, whatever it is. You tell him that. Go back to him and you tell him that I told you he should give you a bracha. So he did. He went back to Rab Baruch Hu. He told him, he was angry when he saw him again. He said, what are you coming back for? No, I got news for you from the Baal Shem Tov. He got really angry at him. You can imagine, right? You thief, you have anything to do with the Baal Shem Tov, my Rebbe, what? So he told him already, and then it worked out that this Ganav wound up becoming a big Baal Teshuvah, and everything was good. He became a big tzaddik. We don't know. We don't know the name of this person to reveal it, whatever it is. But we know in the Torah we have such things like that. We had Rish Lakish, right? The Gemara tells us Rish Lakish was a bandit, right? Right? He was a bandit. He made Teshuvah, right? Remember that, right? So we have these things, right? We have these things, and really, it's an amazing idea. Really, how the Tzaddikim are really always working for us. In these stories, you see really that Tzaddikim have such patience for us, right? The guy was a thief, mamish, an outright thief, right? Lo signa, right? Torah says don't steal, right? And the guy's robbing everybody. He robbed the Tsar, and the Baal Shem Tov has patience for him. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? But you see, the bigger the tzaddik, the more patience they have. Right? The bigger the tzaddik, the more patience they have. So the point that we'll stop over here now, but the point is that we realize that really David HaMelech was the third card that was needed to bring the final geula. And that's what we're waiting for Mashiach ben David to come. And Mitzvah Hashem will reveal Mashiach. Mashiach will be revealed to us. And the geula shleimus v'amitas Mitzvah Hashem with binyan by a shlishi on Har HaBayis, on the Temple Mount. On the Temple Mount, Bikara v'yamein the mamish. Kol tov, everybody.